Hello, this is James Hunter of the James Hunter 6. You're in the Grooveyard with Tom Grooms. Happy holidays to all of you. Minute by minute, I'm making my way to you.
We're on location with James Hunter. James just completed a show this afternoon in Annapolis, Maryland. Welcome to the free state of Maryland.
Thank you very much, Tom. Are you Tom?
I am Tom.
Hello, Tom.
And you are in the Grooveyard, and all I can say is you are the evolution of soul music and the evolution of the blues in 2019.
Well, thank you very much. Well, I don't know if I am, but yeah, I'll not say no.
Miles Weeks has been accompanying you on bass. What a bass man. He loves that doghouse, doesn't he?
Yes, he's great. Brilliant bloke. And he's the first bass player I've ever worked with who's able to do backing vocals. That helps to add a little bit.
What is happening with you in 2019 with record releases?
Well, we've finished an album. We've just been arguing over the cover design, and we're thrashing that around. So that hopefully that would be ready by about March.
This afternoon, you were very versatile. You called on Sonny Boy Williamson. You chucked him up a couple of times with Chuck Berry. And Little Walter and James Cotton were very prevalent this afternoon.
Well, I hope so. Thank you very much.
How did you get interested in the blues?
Oh, right. Well, I think the first I was exposed to it properly was on Alexis Corner had a radio program, could have been in the late 70s, early 80s, and I heard Walking Blues by Muddy Waters, and that made a bit of an impression. In fact, he played Muddy Waters and Robert Johnson's back to back. So I rushed out and bought both. And then I was reading an interview with Reckless Eric, and he mentioned Chuck Berry and John Lee Hooker in the same breath. So having already heard of Chuck Berry, I went and looked up John Lee Hooker.
As I think back, James, I grew up in the 1960s. I was telling Brian Auger I was thrown out of Catholic school and didn't know about the Trinity until I heard his record, and Julie Driscoll. But the point I'm making is the English brought our blues back to us. You know this, the Yardbirds, the Kinks.
Yeah, that's right.
If we didn't have that recycling of the blues, we would be lost. And of course, John Mayall comes to mind, and he was in the blues room with us a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be in this club, as a matter of fact, in a few months, playing again. And he has Carolyn Wonderland is playing with him, a guitarist from Texas. She's excellent. I went and saw her band, and they're good friends with Charlie Sexton, the cat that plays guitar with Bob.
Oh, nice one.
And he has solo records out in the 80s, and he gave it all up just to go back and play roots music, and you're doing the same thing. You are the torch.
Well, I hope so. Thank you very much.
What about Baby Hold On? Very Georgie Fame-ish. Your band is like Georgie Fame. When you put that six together, I don't know if it's Georgie Fame or what.
Yeah, it could be. I think I was going for a cross between Ray Charles and several other people. I think most of my stuff, lyrically, it all comes out of my own head, but stylistically, it is just basically a bastardized mixture of everyone I've ever liked.
The connection with Van Morrison. As you know, Woodstock has been canceled. Van lived up there with the band with Richard Manuel, and he lived up there with Levon Helm, and of course they did the Moonstruck one. He was the Belfast Cowboy. But when Woodstock happened in 1969, "Turn on Your Love Light" was the tune that the Grateful Dead did, and I did an interview 10 years ago with Jocko and Sha Na Na and TC from the Grateful Dead, and you of course did "Turn on Your Love Light." And who, of course, shows up at Van Morrison to assist you.
He did me a big favour there, because we asked him if he would come in and do a couple of tracks, and he'd just come after a heavy night. He'd just been playing the Albert Hall with Ray Charles that time, so I was a handshake away from Ray Charles that morning, and I think Van was a bit the worse for wear. He did 2 takes for us, and the first one of each take he did was terrible because he was coughing his way through it, and the second one he really blasted it. It was fantastic.
For more information about you, Miles, the Six, the duo, jameshunter.com.
Yep.
And what are your future plans in 2019? Any festivals, blues festivals?
Very probably. I think we're going to do some, quite a bit of work on the back of the album when it comes out, so we're going to be pushing that quite a lot.
Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on keeping on. Keep that love light shining. We'll see you next time you hit DC.
Thanks, Tom. See you soon, mate.
Mr. James Hunter from the James Hunter 6.